Okay, well, like I mentioned, I'll be here after the practice should any questions arise. So as we transition into the meditation, let's take a few moments to just gather ourselves and finding a comfortable seat. Any posture that is conducive to entering into a meditative state where the breath can flow easily and the body is at ease, in comfort. And throughout the practice, just inviting the posture to maintain itself. And trusting that the body knows exactly what to do and how to hold you. And from this place, spending a few moments simply landing into the space, into the position that you've chosen. And noticing what it feels like to settle. Very slowly, naturally in your own time, knowing that there's absolutely no rush. And through the means of the intuition, slightly expanding your awareness to notice your surroundings. Noticing where in the space the body is positioned, where the body is held. And gently extending this same perspective toward the body as a whole. Scanning the feet, the knees, the sits bones, relaxing the belly, the shoulders, the collarbone, softening the fingers, the toes, the jawline, and giving yourself permission to place any mask to the side, any need to arrive in a particular way, and simply coming exactly as you are. And knowing that throughout this practice, you are held, grounded, and completely supported. From this place of awareness, allowing the setting of the space to fall toward the background of the mind as you incline the attention inward. Starting to locate the breath within the body and inhaling deeply to the count of 6. Breathing out through the mouth. Inhaling deeply once again. And as you exhale, perhaps releasing a sound, a sigh. And on your next inhalation, noticing how the entire body begins to expand as you breathe in. This time, breathing out through the nose, relaxing into the surrendering of the body, of the muscles. And as you allow the breath to return to its natural state, an organic, a softer kind of flow, starting to pinpoint the origin of the breath within the body, and just noticing where in the body at this time the breath feels most present. And lovingly placing the attention there. Riding the breath as you breathe in, following the expansion of the belly, the chest, the nostrils, and completely relaxing as you breathe out, tuning into this softening of the mind, of any tension that may. And just taking the practice one breath at a time, receiving the inhalation, welcoming the exhalation, just one breath. And after the completion of that cycle, just one more breath, moment by moment, with skill, with awareness, with compassion. Noticing how it feels within the body as you breathe in and breathe out. And each time you breathe in, knowing that you're breathing in and feeling the same as you breathe out. Doing so with awareness, with intentionality. It's the nature of the mind to wonder, to perceive, to explore. Just noticing where the mind has wandered off to, acknowledging the presence of this new object, whether it's a thought, a sound, a memory of some kind. Just allowing its presence to be known. And with a sense of compassion and firmness, beginning to redirect the attention back toward the breathing body, back toward the breath, and know that within this practice, we're not solely focusing on what we're doing, but also how we wish to do that, with compassion and spaciousness. beginning to observe the feeling tone of the body, how it holds, welcomes, and receives the breath. Perhaps noticing a sense of fluidity between the two, or maybe even noticing some sort of stagnation. And what would it be like to invite a little bit more ease, releasing any controlling tendencies, the need to manipulate the experience in any way, and inviting the mind to simply receive the breath just as it is in all its forms. And what would this feel like? Releasing any preconceived notions or expectations about the practice, what it should look like, or how it should feel. And beginning to interact with the breath, the body, and the mind as if for the very first time. Interacting through the lens of beginner's mind. And in this way, letting yourself be completely surprised. Noticing all of the different ways in which the breath chooses to intimately connect with the body. How it travels up the spine, dances on the collarbone, settles in the chest, the belly, the nostrils, just noticing. And from this place of compassionate awareness, from a place of spaciousness, starting to bring to mind an image of someone in your life that you find very easy to love. And in particular, someone who in your life at this time may need some extra affection, some extra care. And just noticing who arises within the mind. And as a gesture of kindness, of connection, beginning to dedicate the merit of this practice to their well-being. May they be well. May they be joyful. May they be free from suffering. May their life unfold with ease. Bowing down with a sense of appreciation for this person. Expressing gratitude for the practice and for the self. And slowly releasing any imagery from the mind. Starting to inhale deeply once again, counting to 6. This time, breathing out through the nose. Gently releasing any and all sensations associated with the breath. And just beginning to observe the surface beneath you, the ground, and noticing how it feels to be indirectly supported by the earth, by gravity. And beginning to expand your field of awareness to include your surroundings. Just intuitively noticing how the body is always in dialogue with the space at large. And slowly incorporating the presence of scent, of sound, of sensation from the temperature of the room. Just noticing how it feels on the skin. And just beneath the skin, starting to tune into this subtle sensation of the breath moving throughout the body. But this time, allowing the breath to inspire you to move in any way that feels comfortable for you. Swaying to the music, in alignment with the cycle of the breath. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. And whenever you're ready, gently beginning to lift the gaze and open up the eyes. Taking a few moments to allow the attention to settle back into the space. Continuing to move in any way that feels nourishing for you. And in your own time, returning to a seated and grounded position. Taking your time. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. I hope it was supportive. I hope it allowed you to really gain some clarity as to the essence of mindfulness and how it's so much more than just an acceptance-based practice. Really, what the breath teaches us to do is to welcome its manifestation in a very raw, unfiltered way, without our preconceived notions or our conditioning sort of filtering the experience that we're having, and really just seeing the breath for what it is in that moment. And the reason that we do this meditation is so we can extend this same perspective into all parts of our lives, to receive emotions, conversations, memories, triggers, to receive it in a very raw, unfiltered, and the absence of any manipulation in that sort of manner. So I truly hope that this practice was supportive. And as we transition out of this session, does anybody have any questions or any reflections that they would like to share? Okay. Well, thank you again for a lovely practice. Thank you for sharing your presence with me and with one another. And I hope to practice with you guys again soon. Take care. Thank you.